So I just recorded this video and somehow it didn't record. Wow, that was awesome. Anyway, I'll do it again for you. So as you can see, I'm in the car, and that's different because I've never recorded in a car for you guys. So I'm not driving anywhere. We're just sitting in the parking lot at the moment. Okay, so maybe here in a little while I'll be back at my house recording these things. So we're going to be dealing with complex fractions. We're going to be dealing with solving rational. Now in this one, we're just going to do with complex fractions and simplifying those. We need common denominators, and we need to get rid of those common denominators by multiplying everything by the common denominator. In this case, you see in the problem we got a 7 and a 9. Looks like I could probably, let's get rid of some of this so you can see why I'm doing what I'm doing, kind of thing. We have got 63 is the common denominator. 7 and 9 don't share anything in common, so you got to multiply them together. And when you do that, 63 times 3 gives me 189. 63 times 5/9. Now, before you go grabbing a calculator, just think about this. 9 goes into 63 7 times. And 7 times 5 is 35. So I didn't even need a calculator for that. Remember that 63 can be written as 63 over 1. I show that to you, and I'll do it the next time in the next question, and then I'll stop doing it because you'll know it's over 1. You just got to keep that in mind. On the bottom, on the denominator, I'm going to take 63 over 1 times 2 over 1, and that gives me 126. And 63 over 1 times negative 6 over 7. 7 goes into 63 9 times, so that's really negative 6 times 9, which is negative 54. Across the top, you add them together, you get 24. Across the bottom, you add them together, you get 72. Then we can start working on reducing. You could see I took out a 4 first, and then I took out a 3. I could have taken out a 12 from the very beginning if I would have known that. And, if you want to go simple and just start with 2, that's fine with me. Just got to keep working your way to the end. Okay, well, what if you are in a situation like this? Whoa, it looks like there is a whole lot of stuff going on here. So the GCF in this case was, or the LCD was, x minus 8. And so you can see I wrote x minus 8 over 1. Let's see, let's clean this up a little bit so you can understand what's going on. All right, so I decided to multiply everything by x minus 8 over 1, of course. When you multiply this fraction times this fraction, the x minus 8 is on the top, the x minus 8 is on the bottom. They cancel each other out, so effectively, boom, everything's gone. Remember that when you get rid of all the factors in either the numerator or the denominator, 1 is left. Okay? Now, in the denominator, let's see here, x minus 8, we're going to multiply that times 1 over 1, right? Well, that's going to leave me x minus 8. And then I'm going to do it to the next fraction, right? You can see they're going to cancel out and leave me with negative 1. Now we got some like terms in the denominator, and that's where I came up with 1 over x minus 9. Okie dokie, moving on. So, get rid of some of these lines from the last time I recorded this. Yeah, I hate it when I screw things up like that. Oh well. So the least common denominator here is w times x. They don't have anything in common, so you got to just multiply them together. It's kind of like 2 and 3. There's nothing in common. Or in the one before when we had 7 and 9. So when I multiply wx times 4 over w, the w's cancel, but not the x. So that's why we get 4x. And then we multiply this times this, right? And the x's cancel, but not the w, so that gives me 7w. And then you do the same thing on the bottom. Wx times 7 over w, the w's cancel, but the x's don't, so that's 7x. And then multiply that times that, and the x's cancel, the w's don't, so that gives me negative 4w. Now, before you start getting all, reducing happy and think you can start canceling stuff out, I want you to realize you can't do a doggone thing with that. Because there's nothing you can factor out of the top and factor out of the bottom and then then, properly reduce, just, as kind of if you had something like 2x plus 4 over 2, you would have to pull the 2 out of the top before you could do that kind of thing. We don't have anything like that here, okay? So don't start slashing things and, oh, the x's cancel and the w's cancel and the 4s and 7s. Oh my goodness, it's a 1. No, that is not true. On the next question, you can see that I multiplied everything by x. That was my LCD. And when I did x times 6, that just gave me 6x. X times 1 over x, the x's cancel, leaving me plus 1. X times 1, x times negative 1 over x. And so we get this fraction, and there's nothing I can factor out of the top. So nothing's canceling out. That is exactly as simple as it gets. Okay, and that's the end of Swyk number 1. Hopefully I don't have to do that a third time.